Good day, everyone. My name is Enzo. This is my intern project for info system for Surf Until. So here I manage to host the company of Malayan Insurance Philippines. So let me give a brief description about them. So Malayan Insurance is one of the Philippines' premier insurance providers. They also are known for uh, offering a wide array of covered options, including car insurance, protection against natural disasters, accidents, and theft. They are known for comprehensive coverage of accessible claims process. Malayan Insurance is also committed to delivering reliable and flexible insurance solutions tailored to meet the needs of Filipino families, individuals, and businesses. So, for my focus area here, I think I've chosen car insurance claims, processing, and customer service to help them out with because uh, for me, Malayan Insurance has experienced a rise in car insurance policy holders. So, it only means that it increases the demand of efficient claims and processing support. Although the company is well regarded for the claims that they have, the accessible claims, so there's also for us in the Philippines, there's also a surge in auto-related claims, especially following accidents or natural disasters has strained the system. So it leads to longer processing times, delays in claim payouts, and occasional inaccuracies. Additionally, policyholders often face challenges in accessing real-time claim updates and self-service options for managing their policies. So I'm actually here to create one of those in the forms that we're about to see on later on. Okay, so part one of this is creating tables. As you can see here, I created at least five of those tables. Let me show you. So here I made the claim ID. There's the claim date with the generated number amounts, the claim amount, and claim status. There's also our policy number. Also here, when we redirect here, we will see here our customer table. So there are just simply name the customer ID 1 to 16. And then I added their names, customer address, their city, mobile number, date of birth. So for the policy table, I added did I also added here their policy ID number, their policy start date, and the end date of their policy. Also, we will see here what type of policy type that they will have or they have applied to. So here you can see there's vehicle, home, only two. So the coverage is running from 7 million up. The lowest I believe is 800. Then there, I also add here their claim ID. Also, I also added the property table. So here they would see here their properties and listed from which property are address. There's also their policy number. Sorry. And then here we will see our what type of vehicle they actually had into. All right. So sorry. So the tables are the basis and the most general components of a database. So they also imply organized structures in order to facilitate the deals with storage of data in an efficient manner. So I did create the tables by using the table wizard. And in order for that to happen, this will actually create us blank tables, which allows us to insert all the necessary information per table. I'm sorry for the hiccups or fantilia. And then here we would see that I mentioned before that tables above are the customer table, policy table, and create table. So those are the three key components of the insurance database that I'm creating. So while and property table are the component table, which are, I think, are those are relevant information to the object being insured. So if we swipe, continue on. So I did modify their field formats. Let me just close this. So as you can see here, these are the uh, field names that I made when we switch to design view. And then for the mobile number on our customer table, we would see here that we will switch to, and when we switch to the design view of the customer table, we will see here I did input the input mask field like on our exercise 1. So I just simply add in there the input mask for the for the phone number, and then I proceed by clicking next. So the dialog box above will be the last option to customize the numbers, and I chose the default option, which is with the parentheses. I just clicked on finish, and then all the mobile numbers will change into that type of format. So the same procedure actually applies to changing the date format on all data fields. So I did try to modify their data type. For each data type, I encoded the data into certain formats. So for example, the number only displays data using only numbers. Date and time only accepts the date and time data. And then the short text displays as phrases, and then there's also currency, which displays as number, currency, and dollars. So relationship between tables. So I did manage to create a relationship with them. When we check on relationships, I actually made this. So if we are to see this, as you can see here, there are 3 tables that is actually linked to the policy number, and then one table, which is the property table, is linked to the policy type, and then the policy number, of course, is and it's linked to claim ID on the relationships. So by doing that, in order to create a relationship, we always click on the desired field, which is right here. And then there's always a table to choose here. For example, this will automatically determine the relationship type. So by confirming the relationship, this will create a one-to-many link or one-to-one. Sorry. And this will be my output for the relationship. Okay, now proceeding to creating queries. So how do we create queries again? Of course, we do that by simply clicking on create. And then choose query wizard. Once we do that, we're just going to do a simple query wizard, and then we have to click OK. We just have to input first for the claim table, so we're choosing the claim table, and then from there, well, we have to choose in the selected fields upon the claim table, we'll always have to include the claim ID, claim date, claim amount, and claim status. So after transferring all the desired date fields, we just have to press next and choose to see the details. So this will display all the values directly. So if you take a look at here, the claim table, this will show up this. So query features, queries can also be modified within the design view. So an example, in my claim query, I want to isolate all pending claims. So for example, this one, I just chose to show up which are pending because I think those are the most important key points that we need to take a view on. And then on the view on top, we will actually show all the relationships. Sorry, let me take a drink of it. Okay, going back. So that will show all the relationships. So so below, how do I isolate and how do I show that this happens? I just click under the single table query. I just have to check on a drop down box for sort, which allows me to sort the values within a field and then in an ascending to descending order. And then the criteria allows me to set a string for keywords. So for example, if I type here pending, it will only show pending. So by typing in the criteria field, the output will isolate all pending claims on the query view. And then creating forms. So, but before that, I would love to show you what I did for the customer information query. So here is my customer ID, customer name, customer address, city, and mobile number. And here is my policy number, policy start date, policy end date, and then their coverage. And then for the vehicle inquiry, you will show up this policy number, vehicle ID, vehicle make, vehicle model, and vehicle year. So for creating forms, I have made here 3 forms. So how do we do that? We go to create, and then we click on form wizard, and then a pop-up will show up. And then I start with the table policy for the policy table, and then I input in all available field names in the selected field. So that's the policy number, the policy start date, and then the policy end date, and then I believe there's also coverage, and then the claim ID. Then from there, I just simply select the columnar layout. Then I click on finish, and then this will show up. I also added in 3 records, 3 buttons, sorry. So there's a previous one, there's the next record, and then there's also save records whenever we have to revise things out. So for creating reports, sorry, I would have to show you the customer entry form that I did. There's also a previous and next record button that I did. So this includes their customer ID, customer address, city. I added in here also a drop down for the city, so it would be easier to choose wherever the customer is located. And then their date of birth. If I click on next, we can see that the button works. And then lastly is our policy form. So this policy number, I added in here a running ID, and then what type of policy type, and then we just press next, and then it just goes on and so forth. Okay, so for creating reports, so reports actually provide a structured summary of data, so it makes it easy. It makes it easy to understand and more actionable. So in order to create reports, we have to go again back to the create type. And then from there, we have to just click on report wizard. So create and then report wizard right here. So again, I started with the customer table. From here, I added in the selected fields, I believe, the customer ID, customer name, customer address, city, and their mobile number. So I clicked on next, and then this will proceed to the groupings, of course. So it will actually allow me to generate the following. So it show up this on my claim table. I edited this one out so it would look at least pleasing to the eyes and actually would look like a report. So we would see here policy numbers running down from 2 to 14, their claim ID stating if the claim status is still pending, the claim amount is approved, claim status is denied, approved, denied, and pending. And this is also for my customer report. If you want to run down an entire database that we would like to see on a sheet of paper, we could also print this. So this is a complete customer report that shows their customer ID, customer name, customer address, and city, also their mobile number. Then if you take a look here at our policy table, you'll actually see here the policy table, policy number, and that's about it for my intern project. I hope this is a very good learning experience for me, especially I work during the nighttime, and this is actually one of the things I use in work as well. Whenever a customer is telling me to do something aside from QuickBooks or using any databases that includes project management tools. Again, thank you so much, Sir Fantilli. It's been a good day for you.